I'm Superman. Just wanted to clarify. Hey Missouri, my name is December and I'm a member of the New Left. Welcome to our Foreign Affairs series, Government 201, Ukraine. You probably heard that Russia and Ukraine aren't getting along. Alright, so the question at hand, of course, is why did Russia invade Ukraine? What's that all about? And typically I would say, okay, history first, but I mean, we're being honest, this whole video is just going to be history. It's going to be history. I love history. So when I started researching the answer to this question, the search results kept giving me the same exact answer. Pretty much marked the beginning of the Russia-Ukrainian conflict at the fall of the Soviet Union. Which sounds like bullshit. Don't trust people who write history. Always double check your sources. I got my degree in political science and I took an entire course on Russia and the Soviet Union. I specialize in international studies, right? Don't trust people who write history because history is written by the winners. So you should always double check your sources. Always double check your sources. Russia invaded Ukraine, but obviously there had to be a lead up to that, right? Why Ukraine? You gotta be kidding me. I go all day, every day, no wasp. Then I start recording this video and a wasp appears. You see, the Soviet Union began to fall in 1989. The Soviet Union was like America or like the European Union in that it was a bunch of separate countries that were under one brand of federal government. But then countries started to break off because they weren't happy under the Soviet Union. This is pretty much what we refer to as the fall. It's when the countries began to make their exit from the Soviet Union. Ukraine was a member state of Soviet Russia. However, in 1991, Ukraine voted to become independent of Russia, taking Crimea with it. But Ukraine wouldn't have voted to leave unless something was wrong, right? Right? So let's go further back and look at life under the Soviet Union for Ukraine. So, history next. 1917 was the beginning of the Ukrainian-Soviet War, also known as the Ukrainian War of Independence. That's the beginning. Take that, Google. Ukraine lost and was conquered by 1921, and by 1922 was declared a member state of the Soviet Union. So no, they never wanted to be there. They weren't invited. They didn't want to stay for the party. The word we use for this is called annexed. It's when you just take a country. I found it, Google. I found the beginning. Joseph Stalin, or as you may know him, Hitler for Russia, he wants complicity from the Ukrainians. And how do you get complicity? You have to break their spirit. How do you break their spirit? You remove their identity. Is it weird that I know how to be a dictator? It's a long list of things he's done to... It's not unlike what we've seen in Palestine, if we're being honest, but we're going to go over a few. So first and foremost, Ukrainians had no say in their government, and any dissent to nationalism, recognition of Ukraine was met with cruelty. Just land already. Second, if you don't know, Ukraine is resource rich. Very resource rich. All the riches. So, Stalin took their resources. You may have heard of the Donbas, which Russia's fighting Ukraine over. The Donbas is actually in reference to two regions rich with coal.
The time has come.
Are you staying down? The Soviets modified the Ukrainian language to make it more Russian. They replaced media, education, and public displays of language with Russian. Also, we have to mention that Stalin caused the Holodomor, a man-made famine that killed millions in Ukraine.
Hold on.
What was happening was they made Ukraine grow all the food, and then they took all the food and gave it to the other regions, the more, I guess, bourgeoisie, where the rich people lived. Hey, where the oligarchs lived, leaving the Ukrainians to starve. That is how you get a man-made famine. That's messed up. That's just messed up. So now you know how Ukraine became part of the Soviet Union against their will, and their life under the Soviet Union. Holodomor. Now, as you may recall, in 2014, Russia annexed Crimea. And you might be kind of wondering, where does Crimea fit into all this? Excellent question. We're going to answer that. In 1954, Crimea was placed under the jurisdiction of Ukraine within the Soviet Union. In 1991, when Ukraine voted for independence,
yeah, we are out of here. We are gone. We voted and we are out of here forever. Goodbye. See ya. Sayonara.
Yeah, we are out of here. All two of us. Because we voted. And by we, I mean Ukraine. You have an extra seat here, Kyle?
Putin wants to take Ukraine because Ukraine is resource rich, but also because he believes that if Russia owned Ukraine once, Russia owns Ukraine forever. A domestic violence relationship. Russia and Ukraine are in a domestic violence relationship. Oh shit, that's a different wasp? Was there more than one wasp in here? Okay, so basically what's going on here is that Ukraine filed for divorce and they won the kids, and then Russia's like, no, you can't leave me. You can never leave me. It's Argentina. It's Argentina. And NATO is the battered women's shelter that's ran out of beds. And America is like that. America's like that friend. America started off as like that supportive friend that never liked your baby daddy anyway. And so they're paying child support because they thought it was temporary, but they are starting to hit that point where they don't want to watch your kids anymore and they're about to start asking for gas money. So if you understand all that, you basically understand what's happening right now. I have a weird way of explaining the government to people. If you would like to learn more about the Russian government, watch my video, Government 102, Russia. Thanks for watching. My name is December, and welcome to The New Left. You can keep watching at thenewleftparty.com. I need a broom and a vacuum.